CSL used to be the government-owned Commonwealth Serum Laboratories, and after it was privatised in 1994, became one of the nation's greatest corporations, and certainly the greatest biotech. But the shares have gone nowhere for 5 years, and today the company produced an ordinary result and announced plans to cut 3,000 jobs to reduce costs and to hive off its vaccines business, CSL Seqirus, into a separate company. They didn't mention Donald Trump in the announcement, but he was there in spirit, having mused earlier this month about tariffs of 250% on pharmaceuticals, which would be a bitter pill for CSL. Investors were anxious before today's news and headed for the hills when it hit. The CSL gloom affected the whole market, which had its worst day for 3 weeks. The US market was flat last night, while Asian markets were mixed today. Gold and iron ore fell, while oil went up a bit, and the Aussie dollar slipped back below 65 US cents. Westpac and Melbourne Institute released their monthly consumer sentiment index today. It surged 5.7% to a 3-year high because of the latest interest rate cut. But on balance, Australians are still a bit on the glum side. And finally, the annual Central Bank Symposium in Jackson Hole, Wyoming takes place later this week. And apparently the American stock market usually goes up in Jackson Hole week by a median of 0.8%, which is probably totally meaningless. A case of correlation, not causation. And that's finance.